Tony Bellew says that he's confident he would play with Andy Ruiz and make a fool of him. Now, a lot of people have reacted with dismissal to Tony Bellew saying this. They say that he, Andy Ruiz, that is, flattened AJ in the first fight. He pushed Joseph Parker real close. Tony Bellew, coming up from cruiserweight, he got stopped by Alexander Usyk, who isn't really a big puncher at that weight, much less heavyweight. And obviously at light heavyweight, he got stopped by Adonis Stevenson. So to be talking about making a fool of Andy Ruiz, a lot of people are just laughing at Tony Bellew's comments there. Well, personally, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss his chances against Andy Ruiz. People were talking about how, Tony Bellew gave Alexander Usyk problems for the first few rounds. And then they said, look, if Bellew's able to hit Usyk with his right hand, then Deontay Wilder, he's going to be able to hit Usyk at will. This is what they were saying prior to Wilder getting stopped by Fury in the rematch. They were just dismissing the idea that Usyk could beat Wilder because of what happened in the first few rounds of the Bellew fight. But I pointed out to people at the time that Tony Bellew is a more skilled fighter than Deontay Wilder. He's not a bigger puncher. He's not physically stronger, but he's definitely more skilled. He's definitely more accurate. He's definitely got a better punch variety, and he's a better counter puncher, and he's, sharper with his left hook and all that kind of stuff. So for Usyk to be getting caught by the likes of Tony Bellew early doors and having a few issues with Bellew boxing, I don't see how that equates to Deontay Wilder. Wilder can't box like Bellew. He's not as good at, drawing a lead from you and countering and outboxing you. No, Wilder's not as good at that. He has certain physical advantages, which Tony Bellew doesn't have. Of course, height and reach and all that kind of business. But in terms of actual skills, Bellew's way more skilled than Deontay Wilder. So I wouldn't read too much into Bellew giving Usyk a few problems early on. And same way, just because Anthony Joshua got stopped by Andy Ruiz, look, maybe Andy Ruiz stops Bellew as well. But I do think that Bellew has certain skills which could give Andy Ruiz all types of problems. And by the way, Tony Bellew's got very fast hands. Yeah, at least for a heavyweight. If you make Tony Bellew a heavyweight, and of course he fought David Haye at heavyweight, his hands are fast. I don't know whether they're as fast as Ruiz's, but that left hook he throws is real tight. And that's a good fast punch. And he counters well with his right hand. We saw, especially in the David Haye rematch, he was so sharp there, Tony Bellew. So Bellew versus Ruiz, I think it'd be a good fight, to be honest with you. If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably go with Ruiz, but Bellew does throw the tighter punches. Ruiz tends to throw winging punches a lot of the time, particularly when he's really going for it. He'll throw these wide shots, whereas Tony Bellew's shots are all nice and tight. And again, he is a good boxer. He moves his head better than Andy Ruiz. He's lighter than Ruiz. I think he's got better feet than Ruiz. So Ruiz would obviously try to impose himself physically on Tony Bellew. But Bellew probably does have the better skills there, So I don't know. It would be intriguing at heavyweight. I'd probably pick Ruiz to win same way. But I don't think it's as ridiculous as some people do when Tony Bellew says he thinks he could win. In terms of making a fool of Ruiz, I don't know about that. I don't think he'd make a fool of him. But I do think it would be competitive, at least for a few rounds. And Tony Bellew may be outboxing Ruiz for a little bit. But Ruiz has got a pretty good jab. He goes to the body well. We know he's got very fast hands and he can punch. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's really a fantasy fight because it's probably never going to happen. I mean, never say never in boxing. But Tony Bellew says he has no plans to come back. He wishes he could. He does miss the excitement and all that kind of business of the fight game. But no plans to come back right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.